Picture a small sphere rolling across your living room floor, following you from room to room, projecting a calendar onto your wall, adjusting your thermostat, dimming your lights because it has learned your daily rhythms well enough to anticipate what you need before you ask. Or imagine sliding a piece of raw chicken into an oven and walking away while a camera inside identifies what you put in, selects the perfect cooking profile, and delivers a flawless result without a single instruction from you. What about wearing a ring, just a ring that quietly tracks your heart rate, blood oxygen, sleep architecture, and stress response around the clock, warning you about a health deviation before you feel any symptoms at all? None of this is coming. All of it is already here. The devices in this video don't feel like consumer products. They feel like they were pulled forward from another decade and made available slightly too early before the world was ready for what they represent. You'll see a robot with a physical arm that picks up objects off your floor, a professional-grade translator bridging 82 languages in real time, a speaker that makes sound move around you in 3 dimensions. And the final device on this list is something that most people, when they first see it, genuinely can't believe is available to buy. All 15 devices can be found linked in the description below. Make sure you stay until the end because the final few are in a category of their own. Number 15. The Logitech Meetup AI Video Conferencing System. Most video calls look exactly like what they are: a person framed badly, audio cutting in and out, the background a visual disaster. The Logitech Meetup was built to end that. It's a professional-grade conferencing system with AI auto-framing that detects everyone in the room and adjusts composition in real time. When someone moves, it follows. When someone new enters, it widens. The audio beamforming isolates voices and suppresses background noise at a level that makes a home office sound like a broadcast studio. The difference between a standard webcam and the Meetup is immediate. You stop looking like someone working from home and start looking like someone running a serious operation. But number 14 is less about how you appear to others and more about how intelligently your home takes care of you. Number 14. The Nest Learning Thermostat 4th Generation. 2 weeks. That's about how long it takes before most people stop adjusting it manually. The Nest 4th Gen doesn't get programmed. It observes. It maps when you wake, when you leave, when you sleep, when you deviate from your routine, and then it begins predicting those patterns instead of reacting to them. It pulls live weather data and preconditions your home before temperature extremes arrive outside. It integrates with your phone's location to start adjusting before you pull into the driveway. The moment that gets people is coming home unexpectedly on a day off and finding the house already exactly where they want it. They didn't say anything. The thermostat inferred it and acted. That's not automation. That's a home paying attention to the person living in it. And number 13 is paying attention to every word you say. Number 13. The Plod Note Pro AI Voice Recorder. Every meeting produces information. Most of that information disappears within 48 hours, buried in half-finished notes, memory gaps, and the general chaos of what comes next. The Plod Note Pro captures all of it. It transcribes speech in real time, separates speakers automatically, timestamps key moments, and uses AI to distill long conversations into structured summaries with action items pulled directly from what was said. You walk out of a 2-hour meeting and have a clean, searchable document waiting for you before you reach your desk. The device is small enough to sit on a table without drawing attention. It has no screen, no visible controls. It simply listens, understands, and organizes constantly. For executives, consultants, physicians, and anyone whose work is built on information exchanged in conversation, this changes what it means to be present in a room. You stop managing notes and start actually listening. Number 12 puts a different kind of intelligence directly in your ears. Number 12. The Google Pixel Buds Pro 2. These aren't earbuds that happen to translate. They're earbuds built around Gemini, Google's most capable AI, running live in your ear while you move through the world. Real-time translation works across multiple languages with low enough latency that conversations feel natural rather than interrupted. Ask questions through the earbuds and get answers without touching your phone. The spatial audio processing adapts to your ear's unique shape to optimize sound in a way that feels physically different from standard earbuds. But what makes the Pixel Buds Pro 2 feel like borrowed technology is the integration depth. They're not a peripheral connected to your phone. They're an extension of it, a second interface running AI continuously, invisibly, in both ears. At their sale price, these represent one of the most accessible entry points into genuinely intelligent wearable audio available right now. Number 11 takes the concept of AI audio and scales it to fill an entire room. Number 11. The Amazon Echo Show 21. The number is the screen size 21 inches and it changes what a smart display can be. The Echo Show 21 uses visual ID to recognize different family members and personalize what it shows each of them. The speaker array fills a room with sound that no device of this type has produced before. Wi-Fi 6E keeps everything fast enough for 4K streaming and real-time AI responses without lag. But what makes it feel different from a large tablet on a counter is the ambient intelligence layer. It notices who walks in, adjusts what it shows based on who you are and what time it is, and manages your entire home ecosystem from a single surface. And number 10 creates something no screen can sound that moves around you like a physical presence. Number 10. The Sonos Era 300 Spatial Audio Speaker. Close your eyes and listen to music through a standard speaker. The sound comes from one place. Now close your eyes in front of the Sonos Era 300. The sound comes from everywhere above, beside, behind. Instruments appear in different positions in the room. The acoustic space the artist intended becomes something you can physically feel, not just hear. The Era 300 uses AI to process spatial audio formats in real time, using 6 precisely angled drivers to project sound in 3 dimensions. It doesn't simulate surround sound. It reconstructs it, placing audio elements in the space around you with enough accuracy that listeners consistently describe it as something different in kind, not just degree, from what they expected. Sound has always been the most emotionally immediate sense. What the Era 300 does to it belongs in another era of audio entirely. But number 9 is watching your body do something that used to require a clinical setting to detect. Number 9. The Oura Ring 4. It looks like a slightly thicker wedding band. That's the point. Inside the Oura Ring 4 are sensors measuring your heart rate variability, blood oxygen, skin temperature, respiratory rate, and movement continuously throughout the day and night, with no charging interruptions during normal sleep. The AI builds a detailed picture of your physiological baseline and tracks deviations from it over time. What makes this different from a fitness tracker is the depth of the sleep analysis. The Ring 4 maps your sleep stages light, deep, REM with clinic-level precision, and uses those patterns to calculate a readiness score each morning that predicts how your body is likely to perform that day. Athletes use it to time peak training. Physicians use it to monitor recovery. Most users report that within a few weeks, the Ring knows their bodies better than they do. It surfaces patterns that no amount of self-awareness could detect because it's watching things humans simply can't feel. Number 8 does something that sounds impossible for a pair of glasses until you put them on. Number 8. The Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses Gen 2. They look exactly like a pair of premium Ray-Bans. That's not an accident, it's the entire point. Inside the frame, a 12-megapixel camera, a microphone array, open-ear speakers, and Meta AI running continuously in the background, aware of what you're looking at and ready to respond to what you ask about it. You can identify a landmark, translate a sign, look something up without breaking eye contact with the world in front of you. The AI responds through the speakers, privately, in your ear. The context awareness is where the experience becomes genuinely difficult to describe. You glance at a menu and ask what's gluten-free. You look at a building and ask its history. You look at a piece of equipment and ask how it works. The answer arrives before you finish the question. This is artificial intelligence integrated into human perception at the level of your senses, not through a screen you hold, but through the frame around your eyes. What that opens up hasn't fully been imagined yet. Number 7 tried to take that idea even further and nearly replaced the smartphone entirely. Number 7. The Humane AI Pin. This one is different from everything else on this list, not because of what it does, but because of what it attempted. The Humane AI Pin is a small magnetic device that clips to your clothing. No screen, just a camera, a microphone, a tiny projector, and an AI assistant you interact with entirely through voice and touch. Ask it a question, project information onto your palm, translate a conversation in real time. The vision is genuinely radical. A post-smartphone world where AI is ambient, worn on your body, running continuously, accessible without pulling a glass rectangle out of your pocket 100 times a day. Whether it fully delivers on that vision is a fair conversation to have. What isn't up for debate is what it represents. The first serious attempt to build a new category of personal computing with AI as the primary interface. Not an app you open, not a device you unlock, just intelligence always there, always ready. That technology is still finding its footing. But number 6 needs no such disclaimer. Number 6. The Roborock Crevo Curve. The Crevo Curve represents a different philosophy of home cleaning one, where the technology is so capable that the correct word for your involvement is nothing. Its AI navigation system builds and maintains a 3-dimensional map of your home, recognizing new objects and routing around them without being told. It mops and vacuums simultaneously, adjusting pressure and solution based on floor type. It empties its own bin, washes its own mop pad, and dries it automatically to prevent odor. It returns to its base, completes maintenance, and is ready for the next cycle, all without a single instruction from you. The self-maintenance capability is what separates this from earlier generations of robot vacuums. You don't manage it, you don't remind it, you don't clean it. It handles itself entirely. For anyone who has spent any portion of their life pushing a mop across the floor, this device is a quiet revolution in what owning a home requires of you. But number 5 crosses into territory that redefines what a kitchen appliance is allowed to do. Number 5. The Innova Precision Oven 2. Put food in, walk away, come back to a perfect result. That's not marketing language. That's what the Innova Precision Oven 2.0 actually does, because a camera inside the oven uses AI to identify what you've placed inside it, determine the correct cooking profile automatically, and monitor the food continuously throughout the process to adjust in real time. You don't need to set a temperature. You don't need to set a timer. You don't need to know anything about cooking. The oven sees what's inside and handles everything else. It combines steam and dry heat with precision down to a single degree, which gives it a range that standard ovens can't match, from delicate pastry to perfectly rendered proteins to sous vide results without water or vacuum bags. Professional chefs use it. Home cooks who have never been confident in a kitchen use it. The gap between them with this oven essentially disappears. The idea of a kitchen appliance that understands food and reacts to it intelligently is one of those things that sounds like a convenience until you realize what it actually changes about how people relate to cooking at home. Number 4 changes how you relate to something far more fundamental every conversation you'll ever have in a foreign language. Number 4, the Time Kettle X1 Interpreter Hub. Language is the oldest barrier between human beings, and the X1 is the most serious attempt yet to dismantle it completely. This is not a consumer translation toy. The Time Kettle X1 is a professional-grade real-time interpreter system supporting over 82 languages, with enough accuracy and low enough latency that legal proceedings, medical consultations, and business negotiations are already being conducted through it. Place the hub between two people. Each speaks. Each hears the other in their own language, in real time, with the natural rhythm of conversation preserved. The X1 also features a camera that scans printed text documents, menus, signs, and translates them instantly. For diplomats, international business teams, healthcare providers working across language barriers, and travelers who need more than tourist-level communication, the X1 operates at a level that professional interpreters once held exclusively. The world has roughly 7,000 languages. The walls those languages build between people have defined the limits of human connection for all of recorded history. The X1 doesn't knock those walls down completely, but it opens a door that has never existed at this level before, for anyone willing to walk through it. Number 3 makes your living room look like something from a showroom that shouldn't exist yet. Number 3, the Anker Nebula Cosmos Laser 4K Projector. Close your laptop, turn off every light in the room, and point this at a blank wall. What appears is a 150-inch 4K laser image with brightness high enough to remain crisp in ambient light AI, auto-correcting the image geometry, focus, and color calibration in real time based on the surface it's projecting onto. The picture it produces doesn't look like a projector. It looks like a display that costs 10 times more and can't be moved. The AI brightness and correction system is what makes it feel genuinely futuristic. The device scans the projection surface, identifies irregularities, and compensates for them automatically, whether you're projecting onto a flat white wall, a textured surface, or a screen that isn't perfectly aligned. The image adapts. It self-corrects. It looks right regardless of the environment. For anyone who has ever wanted a cinema in their home without building one, the Cosmos Laser 4K is the most complete answer that currently exists. Set it down. Turn it on. Watch what happens. And what comes next is something that defies a single category entirely. Number 2, the Samsung Bally. This one requires a moment to absorb. Bally is a sphere roughly the size of a volleyball that moves through your home autonomously, projecting content onto walls and ceilings, controlling connected devices, following you from room to room, and adapting its behavior to your patterns over time. It projects video calls onto any surface, turning any wall into a screen. It controls your smart home lights, thermostats, music, cameras without you asking twice, because it has learned when you want what. It recognizes your face and greets you. It recognizes when you leave and shifts into home monitoring mode. Bally doesn't fit into any existing product category. It isn't a speaker, a smart display, a robot, a projector, or a home hub. It is all of those things simultaneously, in a form factor that rolls across your floor and follows you around your life. The instinct when describing it is to reach for science fiction comparisons, and for once, those comparisons feel accurate rather than exaggerated. Samsung has built a companion robot for the home that anticipates your needs, responds to your presence, and changes the way every room in your house functions. That's not a product update. That's a new idea about what it means to have technology in your life. But even Bally is preparing the ground for what comes first. Number 1, the Robotics Saros Z70. Everything else on this list is impressive. This one is historic. The Saros Z70 is a robot vacuum AI-guided lead arm app, fully autonomous in its cleaning. On those merits alone, it belongs among the most capable home robots ever made available to consumers. But there is one thing it does that no consumer robot has done before. It has an arm, a retractable robotic arm that, when the Saros Z70 encounters a lightweight object on the floor, reaches out, grasps it, moves it to a designated area, and continues cleaning without stopping, without flagging the obstruction for a human to deal with without any instruction from anyone. Reliable object manipulation has been one of the hardest unsolved problems in consumer robotics for decades. The distance between a robot that navigates around things and a robot that picks them up and moves them is not a small engineering gap. It requires object recognition in 3 dimensions: classification of what the object is, a decision about whether it's safe to handle, a grasp calibrated to the object's size and weight, and then seamless continuation of the task, all in a single autonomous motion. The Saros Z70 does all of that, and then it vacuums your floor. What the arm on this device represents isn't just a vacuum feature. It's a proof of concept for an entirely new generation of home robotics, one where machines don't just navigate your living space, but actively interact with it. A robot that moves objects is one generation away from a robot that returns them to their proper place. From a robot that sets a table, folds a garment, or assists someone who can no longer do those things independently. The Saros Z70 is the first consumer product to cross that threshold. And when you understand what that means for what comes next, it becomes difficult to think of it as a vacuum at all. Every device in this video exists today, not in a lab, not in a concept video, on shelves, in warehouses, available for delivery right now. And that is what makes this moment so strange. 5 years ago, a home robot with a grasping arm would have drawn a crowd at a technology conference. An oven that identifies food and cooks it automatically would have seemed like a commercial from the future. A sphere that follows you room to room, projecting your calendar onto the wall, would have been a science fiction plot point. Now, they all exist. And the pace at which things like this are appearing is accelerating. Which device surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. Those answers shape what gets explored next. Every device is linked in the description below with current pricing. And if you want to stay ahead of what's arriving, because the next generation is already in development and it's going to be even harder to believe, subscribe. We'll be here when it lands.